this is Sidevale here. Really sorry for the short break in videos that we've had. Had a bit of a crazy time just in work and personal life. But I wanted to bring you today a video for the raid on Quantum. I've got a couple of good videos other than this planned kind of for the next week or so. I'm working on a couple of new ancients, which has been pretty exciting. So basically this is going to be my how-to on how to defeat the Quantum Kingdom. We're doing quite well so far, got quite a few people past their king, which is great, well done to you guys. But basically the way I'm going to do this video is I'm going to try and use as few troops as I can to basically try and make sure that as many of you can get as high as possible. So let's go straight in to the first base, which is Terran. Some of these bases I've planned out, some of them I haven't. Yeah, so I can see straight away how I'm going to do this base. So I'm dropping muscaria at the top. Let her do her thing, build up some of the flybys. I don't know why this guy's got his catapult on the outside. Doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. There's just no need to put a high damage output defense on the outside. Do another fly past. Now for you guys who can't do too many fly pasts, I'll show you essentially that gap is where you want to drop your troops. There's quite a big tip that I've picked up while playing the game, is that it's not about where you place your first troops, it's where you place your last troops. So sometimes it can help, especially when trying to take out just an SH, to actually get to the SH. And then once you're there, you're then dropping in your next set of troops, which is making things a lot easier for you. So as you can see, the rest of this is just a formality. I'm going through it, I'm destroying everything that's left, and it's all done and dusted. So as you saw there, I placed 2 sets of soldiers to begin with. I didn't even set down my paladins at all. Let the soldiers do their thing, clearing a space, and then I placed my last set of soldiers to attack directly on their stronghold. So we're going into the next video now in the series. Okay. So we've got a nice kind of linear base here. Again, Primus Conduit's the weakest point, so we'll go for a flyby of Muscaria. Very little that's going to hurt her up here. You could also use Emberclaw for this, because it's such a low HP building. That Primus Conduit will crumble very quickly. So I'm starting to get attacked, so I'm just going to do my first flight, and then I'm going to do my second flight, but I'm just going to go at a slight more of an angle, so I can hit this kind of troop portal. Viscara's got a mind of her own this morning. Do my last flight, and I've created 2 spaces, so I'm going to drop 1 set of troops in to soak up as much of the spell tower power as possible, and then in go my last 2 sets of soldiers. But they've got a mind of their own, which is great. So I'm just using a set of wardens now, purely just to guarantee this for me. Those set of soldiers could probably have done it on their own, but I use the wardens purely just as a insurance policy, if you like. And as you can see, we're absolutely flying through the rest of this, and that's Ellen down. Okay, now we're moving on to Franco-Welsh. Not too bad a base actually. It's not an awful base. Yeah. So again, high HP building. Let the Muscaria do her thing, build up some flights. The Primus Conduit isn't the weakest point in this. Potentially it's going to be that arrow launcher. But what I'm more interested in doing actually is taking out some of these troop portals to give me lots of mana. Because you can't get enough mana, especially when you're going to be using it for 4-Veil Shield, as I always prescribe, until I get some of my other guys higher. 4-Veil is still going to be beast. So as you can see, that's created a nice big gap, and that's 2 sets of soldiers straight down taking out the stronghold. So as you can see, that's all it took, 2 sets of soldiers and muscaria doing flybys. If you weren't able to, if you don't have muscaria, by all means you could have used Emberclaw. Talzin would have been phenomenal for that point if you've managed to get him leveled up, as expensive as that is. Otherwise, you could potentially have used Sidevale and frozen up those defences before you did your flyby. Okay, so let's go in and do the next one. This will be the last one in this video, and the rest of them will be in the next video. As usual, I'll do 4, and then I'll do the big ones last. So that you guys who get that far don't need to listen to me waffling. So this base actually has a huge weakness in that it's got a hole. Can't emphasize this enough. If you're building a base, don't leave a hole within your walls. That's what you're attempting to do with muscaria. If someone's left you a hole, that's what they've given you. They've essentially given you a way into their base. So I'm just going to do some flypasts just to weaken essentially the defences on the inside, which just basically means it'll be that little bit easier for your troops. And there's nothing wrong with making it easier for your troops. The idea is to win, not to be polite. Okay, so now I've made a ton of holes, so I'll drop in my first set of soldiers. That's just to soak up any of the spell towers that are going to go off, and then I'll throw down my paladins and another set of soldiers. And that's me, straight in. Stronghold's absolutely destroyed. As I said, if I hadn't had muscaria, I would have used the hole that was there. I would have dropped in 1 set of troops. I would have let them soak up all the spell tower damage, and then I would have gone just full hog in that hole and just caused absolute havoc. So that's another one you guys should be able to fly through. Thank you for watching the video, guys. If it helps you, please hit that like button. If you like the commentary, please hit the like button, and if there's been anything in here that you feel could benefit you or anyone else, please share it. Until then, that's me, Sidevale out.